Faud here with Behind the Gloves and with the one and only Paulie Malignaggi. We just had the weigh-in for BUATSI'S. What do you make of the antics after?
Well, you know, it's almost fight time, so a little bit temperamental, a little bit knackered, so to speak, right? So these guys are ready to go at it. That's what I think of it.
Derek Chisora was seen to come in the best shape, and he did. But one thing I was more surprised at was Dillian Whyte looked very, very strong and aesthetically very good.
Yeah, I think both guys are very motivated, you know, for this fight, and they know what's on the line, and it's a big box office fight here in England, and it's going to be televised in the U.S. as well. So I do believe that, you know, with a lot on the line, both guys were going to always train very hard and give it all they got in training camp, because on top of everything else, they also don't like each other. So it's even worse to lose to a guy you don't like personally.
I'll touch on the co-main event, Joshua Buatsi taking on Quinlan. Buatsi, how do you rate him in this scene right now?
BUATSI'S is one of the most impressive prospects in the world. You know, I rate him very, very high. I like to see how he looks in this step up. So far, he's really looked aces, and he's really impressed and ticked all the boxes. The one negative is, on the world level, this is a very, very tough weight class. Very, and when you wind up in weight classes that are this deep and this difficult, a lot of times there are good fighters in those generations that don't win world championships. You know, so hopefully, we'll get to see BUATSI continue to mature and improve, and this weight class I think will bring us some really, really good world level fights.
Talking about this weight class, earlier today, I think it was last night, Sullivan Barrera, very good fighter in this division, called out Anthony Yarde. Now, Anthony Yarde's a very big name in England. What do you make of that fight? Would you see anything happen in that fight?
You know, it's a good opportunity for Yarde to kind of get a world level name on his resume. You know, and for Barrera, I think, you know, he's coming to the end of his career, so he's looking to get the fights he can get. You know, trying to close it out, or maybe looking to knock off a guy who's trying to make his name. And if he can do that, he can maybe put himself in position to get another big fight himself. So, good crossroads matchup. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
This is the last event of the year. Obviously, the first one probably back is Pac-Broner. I just want to give your quick insight into that fight and how you see it playing out.
I think it depends on Pacquiao's legs. You know, Broner always has a bit of a problem cutting distance. So if Pacquiao gives that movement with his legs, you know, it could be a difficult proposition for Broner. But if Pacquiao doesn't have the same legs, once Broner does get to you, he's a difficult guy to time from close range. He's very creative with his offense and with his punch selection, and he becomes difficult to beat. So I think it comes down to that. You know, where are Pacquiao's legs at this stage in his career and his life, and we'll see from there.
And lastly, it's been an amazing year in boxing, and I'm sure it's going to be another brilliant one next year. For next year, one fight, English domestically, that you want to see, and on the world level, they're your dream fight. English
domestically, probably Khan versus Brook. On a world level, you know, anything involving AJ, Wilder, Fury against one another, possibly Dillian Whyte if he looks good tomorrow night as well.
Paulie, always appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button so you can get notified every time we upload a new video. And we also have a free app available on iTunes and Google Play, so make sure you go and download that. Bye Fight fans.